Hello guys, we are live. Let's begin. So this is daily outlook for the August 2026 for Nasdaq and SP500. So before we start, I would like just to talk about the August trading bootcamp that I want to hold from the 10th of August. I will only be taking 5 traders so that the group can be small and as focused as possible. It will contain 6 weeks of mentorship on technical analysis, fundamental analysis, psychology, risk management, and journaling. So the first 2 weeks we will be covering technical analysis, maybe 3 weeks, and then another week will be going to the fourth week will be going to the fourth week will be going to psychology, and then the fifth week will be going to the fourth week, I'm sorry, the fourth week will be going to fundamental analysis, the fifth week will be going to psychology, and then the sixth week will be going to risk management and journaling. So yeah, so basically that's it. And at the end of the challenge you will be getting a free two-step 5k funded challenge account from me. Then you will also be getting a physical copy of the Discipline Trader, a free physical copy of the Discipline Trader. It's a very good book by Mark Douglas, and it will help you in conditioning your mind. So yeah, and then you will be having access to my daily signal, as you can see here, for the next 2 months after that mentorship. And then you will also be getting end week reviews with me live on Gmeet maybe or Zoom. So yeah, uh, sign up if you're interested. Reach out to me through this contact here, 94872 372. Thank you. So let's get into it. So on this two, we actually broke out of the tight consolidation that price had been stuck in for a while, and price actually did something very good last week. And this is the daily chart. So this is US 500, and then I have US 100 over here. So let us just do that. So this is US 100 on the daily, and let us break this price action down. So we were consolidating for a very long time. We were moving sideways rather than upwards or downwards. So that was a range, a consolidation. And finally, we got these consecutive candles to the downside, which was a very good sign for price action. So on Wednesday, we got the final candle to the downside, and it was held by this order block right here. So we had this daily order block, and that is where price has been reacting from. And then on Thursday, we got a daily change instead to the upside. So, and blah. So let's look at actually how this week has opened up. So when you look at this week, we have opened with a very huge new week opening up, which is very important to notice and to mark on your chart, because it could be used as a target or as an area of entry to look for continuation. Okay, that is those are the two ways I use them: as a target and as an area where price can bounce off from. So we also go to US 500, and you will notice the same price action. We have the same thing, although on US 500, SP500, price did not break the consolidation low, which gave us a very clean SMT. So we will be marking it as that, as a daily SMT. So a daily SMT is actually very a good sign. A bullish daily SMT is a good sign of bullish price action to be expected. Although SP500 is already reaching its all-time high again, it could be breaking that. That is what I anticipate. Okay, so we also have the new week opening gap opening right there. So it's actually looking like it's going to be a very good week for these two, for SP500 and Nasdaq, rather than the other one that I'm trading, the gold and silver. So SMT, um, right. So I think now we can get into the nitty-gritties in the 4-hour charts and so forth. So you can look at Monday and notice that on Monday we were able to close above the previous day high and probably the previous week high. Okay, so we did not only sweep the previous week high, which was in the form of relative equal highs, we also closed above it. So looking on the 4-hour chart, you will notice that it becomes some form of break of structure, or even the 1 hour chart, it is actually a break of structure to the upside. And you can also notice it on, yes, so you can see that on the 4 hour this is a break of structure to the upside, so we will have to mark it as that. These were relative equal highs and they have been broken, so we'll just mark this part as our BOS. Then size 1 4 hour BOS, so let's mark it. So this is the first time I'm looking at this chart from Sunday, so we are just doing it together so that you guys can see how I build up this I build up my bias or my trade from top to down analysis. So after marking that, of course, price does not move in a straight line. So what do I expect? And you can notice that on the daily, actually here, we broke that structure on a daily time frame. Okay, that is a very strong, very strong break of structure on a daily chart. So BOS, and then maybe we just mark it on the 4 hour so that we can be consistent with our analysis on both assets. Then reduce that and add here for break of structure, so a high time frame break of structure. So of course, when you see such a thing, the next thing you want to ask yourself, does price move in a straight line? Of course it doesn't. So you want to see a retracement after such a movement to the upside. You want to see a retracement, and there are two places that I have been telling you price retraces to. Number one, price retraces to an imbalance. Number two, price retraces to an order block. Okay, so for example, in this area right here, we do not have any sell side liquidity, so the only place price can retrace to is to an imbalance like this one here, or an order block like this one here, or even lower. So we have several imbalances and we'll just arrange them in that order. So to start with, we have this huge breakaway gap right here, so that will be my first level where I want to see how price reacts from that. So I will mark it in gray. And remember, I do not enter trades just because price will retest here. I will have to wait for a confirmation on a lower time frame. So I will be watching price on maybe a 1 hour chart. And then as soon as price retests that area, I will look at how price is reacting from that level. Okay. So I have that level, that 4 hour level, and then I have this order block right here. So I will mark it as an OB, and then I just wait. That is it. It's as simple as that. That is why I've told you the price action here is quite simpler than the one we just did on gold, and it's quite simpler just because we are not consolidating. You can see that already from the new week opening up, we have already displaced from that, while on gold and silver we are seeing that price is just moving around that new week opening gap, or that new week opening price level. So yeah, after a 4 hour break of structure, I just expect to get a clean retracement, and then I can take my longs from there and target the continuation. So I have these three levels. I have this breakaway gap, I have this order block, and I have this new week opening gap. I have the same levels on US 100 because that one was SP500. I have that fair value gap, that 4 hour fair value gap, which is also intertwined with this order block right here. So yeah, that is basically what I'm looking at. Let's see how price reacts to those levels, and then we can look for entries from there. So I think it is that simple for these two. That is the first level, and then we have, let's clone this one instead of just drawing another one. Yeah, basically that is what I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, let's see the reaction we get from those two levels, then we can know how to approach the market at 9:30, 8:30 open. So I expect that to happen at around 8:30, 9:30. If it doesn't happen, then okay, I do not have to trade today, but I think it will happen. So yeah, and we also have the lower level. Okay, so for this one, yes, so that is what I'm looking at. Let's see how price reacts to these levels. 8:30, 9:30 window. Let's see what happens. I think we have news at around that time. Let's see what news we have. I think we have news at that time. Let's make a quick peep at that. So at 5 p.m. we have the JOLTS opening, which is a medium impact news release. So let's see what impact it has. Maybe it will bring us to that level, or price will already have reached this level, so it will be used to fuel us from those key levels. So these are my key levels for today, and the rest is just waiting for price to react. And remember, I do not just enter because price will have retraced, okay? Because price might retrace and does not get an